Good morning. So today I saw a post about dogs and unconditional love, and it said something about if everyone can learn to love the way a dog loves, the world would be a better place. And to a point, I get it. Like, if everyone would just love each other, everything would be fine. The issue is that a lot of people are still living on limiting beliefs and haven't done the healing work on themselves. So, this is where the line is. The line of what is unconditional love and the depth of that, because say there's a dog and they get a shitty owner and the owner treats them like shit, the dog still loves them, and the owner, I'm not saying they don't deserve love, but the dog deserves better than that. So this goes into people. So sometimes people get in relationships with people, or even grow up in families with people who don't treat them great, or don't really understand or know that what they're doing isn't good. Because I'm not going to say everybody that goes through problems in their life really understand that the way you treat someone is wrong whenever they were taught to treat people that way. Okay, my dog started barking. Anyway, so I'm not saying everybody's intentionally out there treating people bad. At the same time, like when someone realizes that they're treating a person badly and they choose to keep doing that rather than working on themselves and changing that, doing the healing work to heal that part that thinks that that's okay, then that's a problem because they're choosing it now. So when and you continue to do it, that's a choice at that point. And there's also people that are in bad relationships that don't really see their worth. So they don't even know that they don't have to accept it. Like, they deserve better than that. But they're so beat down that they don't realize that they deserve better than that and they can get better than that, because sometimes a person does so much harm to you and you've accepted this harm. I know that. But you are so beat down that you don't feel like you can get anything better or you deserve anything better, or you're afraid to be alone or whatever. There's so many things. But anyway, so I saw this post and I was like, well, because unconditional love, I feel like unconditional love is about you loving yourself so much that if and when something like that happened to you, or you've gone through really hard things, that you love yourself so much. You learn to love yourself unconditionally, or you need to. So you can move forward. Because some people, get stuck in that. And that's where the whole healing thing comes in, is that you learn that you deserve better and you're worthy of better, much better. Like, you don't have to settle for shit. You don't have to settle for anything, really. It's just that people are in this place where they think, like, I need to rush into it. I need to be in a relationship, but it's all taught. It's all taught through so many things. We're taught, like, you have to, like, have kids early, and there's so many fear things out there that try to get you to think that you can't wait and you have to get it done, and you need to be in a relationship because, you think like that's where the love is at, but the love actually starts with you. And I'm not saying like, listen, I just started working on my healing over the last 3 years. So, you don't realize, sometimes you don't realize that that's what's happening. And there's a lot more to it than that, but I'm not going to go into all of it on this video. Because basically I'm creating my reality. So you accept what you deserve. Or you accept what you think you deserve. And once you realize that you don't have to accept that, and you stop putting up with shit and doing things you don't want to because you think you have to, like, that's when everything starts to change. Because finally, you're valuing yourself and your time and changing your life, basically. But anyway, so unconditional love is not accepting bad treatment. It's not accepting bad behavior. It's not accepting, someone that keeps doing the same things over and over and doesn't change and doesn't care to change or doesn't care to do things differently. Because then that's just you teaching someone that that's how they can treat you and you're okay with it. Because if you don't expect more from a person or expect more for yourself, then you're accepting that. And I'm not saying like, like you're knowingly doing it at times, because a lot of times you don't know that's what you're doing. You think you're like, like, how do I want to say it? You think you're like doing the right thing. You're like trying to hold on to this thing because you don't want, to give up or whatever. But sometimes if both people aren't putting in the effort, then it's one-sided. And that's when like resentments and things like that begin. You put in all this effort and work and and the other person's not doing anything, and then you start to get resentful. So there's a lot to it, but basically, choose you. You matter. You deserve good things. You deserve the best things, and you shouldn't settle. Like, the person of your dreams is out there, and the life of your dreams is out there. Like, you just have to learn to have patience and not feed into all the shit because there's a lot of stuff out there trying to tell you otherwise. Like, for me, it even went to religion. It's so many things. It could be family, society, religion, TV, the news. So you also have to watch what you let in here, because your brain is like a computer. So it sometimes takes that on as like, this is real, and it's not. So, all right, everyone. Love, peace, stay tuned.